We are back again with another week. So as you remember, last Friday we smacked for 4K per account. So this week is going to be getting the winning days. Obviously quite frustrating. And on top of it, to make it even more frustrating, we have a bank holiday. We have a bank holiday this week, which is quite cooked. And I'm pissed. I'm pissed because what just happened is low-key rage bait. But as y'all remember, obviously you guys are watching this video a week in advance. But if you guys remember, we opened up, we gapped up, and we just went to all-time highs right away. So I took a trade on my Lucid accounts and my Top Step accounts, just 1 micro to all-time highs. And guess what? Okay, this is actually rage bait. My Top Step accounts got filled for the $155 for the winning day. My Lucid accounts got edged because I manually enter on both firms. So like I don't copy trade them, I just manually enter. I try to do it like right away. So it was a different fill, and my Lucid accounts did not get filled, came back and whipped me out of break even. And then I re-entered just a bullshit trade because it was some bullshit. I just shorted back to the new week opening gap and lost. So that means my accounts are out of order. So I have 2 winning days on my Top Step accounts, and then still 1 winning day in my Lucid, and tomorrow's a bank holiday, so I can't even trade. It's like, bro, just give me my winning day so I can request. But it's quite annoying. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Maybe I'll just have to request early next week, whatever. But yeah, frustrating way to start the week. So again, this is not going to be an extremely stressful week like you guys remember last week, but it's just going to be kind of, what's the word for it? Tedious. Yes, tedious. Just tediously getting these $150 days. And on top of it, which is annoying because I would say the markets have a good amount of volume right now, is the fact that like I can't even go for like a full size move because you guys know what I do. I set just a $150 daily loss limit just because it's retarded to lose more than that, to be honest. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I get off. So with risking $150, even with 1 micro, like I can't have like a full size stop loss. So I'm kind of just forced to go for smaller moves like to an unmitigated hourly or just relatively close to all-time highs, something like that. So it is a little bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, you need to abide by and you need to play the game of prop firms, right? I'm not trading a live account. Trading a live account is totally different than trading firms. I'm trying to replicate it as much as possible, and that is a true strategy I have within trading prop firms. I try to replicate a live account as much as I can by pretty much just sizing all my drawdown on 1 A+ trade. Essentially, that's like saying I have a $2,000 live account, right? And then boom, I had a trade for 4K. It's obviously $40,000 in prop money, but I just I don't want to be sizing $500. I want to size into it like I were to have a live account with 2K, right? So, and then obviously on top of that, it is just the annoying part, which is getting the winning days. So it is Sunday right now. Unfortunately, we got fucking one winning day on the Top Step, and we didn't get one on the Lucid. So I'll catch you guys. I guess I might just catch you guys later this week, and I'll let you guys know how I did with the winning days, because it's going to be boring. It's going to be the same shit every single day. Just, $150. 150 loss, whatever it may be, but I'll catch you guys in the next clip. All right, it is now Thursday, a quick weekly check-in on the winning days. How are we doing? We got 1 loss and 1 win. So we currently have 3 winning days on Top Step and then 2 winning days on Lucid. And I really need to clutch up on Friday because I really do not want to have to go 3 for 5 next week on winning days to get my 5 for Lucid. So pretty much 50-50 this week so far. It is quite frustrating, very frustrating, but it's again, it's part of the game. You can't really stress over it at the end of the day. You can, I would say this is one of my flaws. I'm relatively impatient when it comes to winning days. Not only, I don't know if it's just getting to my head that I can't kind of actually rock a huge stop loss with a lot of points and actually kind of play the higher time frame move because I'm limited to just $150 or whatever it is, but I'm just I'm not as patient with the setups as I should be. And again, I just need to fucking lock in and get these winning days so I can request. But with that being said, it is Thursday. So yeah, obviously I'll recap all the trades at the end of the video, what I took, pretty much every single trade, going over them in detail for you guys that want to understand the way that I trade, understand why I take executions, and also if you guys would like to further understand, you can join the free Discord. It is the first link in the description. But with that being said, again, it's been a really boring week. I'm really just kind of locked in here in Dallas working. And obviously I got my app that I just launched and a few other things. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and let's hope I can get the winning day on Friday. Peace. All right, boys, it is Friday, and it is a good-ass day. We got our winning day across the Top Steps and Lucid accounts, so that puts me at 4 winning days on the Top Step and 3 on the Lucid. Obviously, a bit frustrating because I'm not going to request Top Step and then Lucid. I still want everything to be synced, so technically, still need 2 more days to request the 20 bands, but it is what it is. I am not going to stress over it because it is Friday, it is the weekend, and we are going to have a good ass day. So with that being said, about to hop on call with my Discord, recapping the day. Overall, extremely clean day, all-time high trading. So, but hop on call with them, review the trades, do the whole shebang, and then after that, I'm gonna go to the gym, and you can come with me to enjoy the Friday.
Turn it up loud. Hey man, you a little sucker for love. Word up. I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. Taught me so many lessons, how not to mess with broken hearts. So many questions. When this began, we was the perfect match, perhaps. We had some problems, but we working at it. And now the arguments are getting loud. I wanna stay, but I can't help from walking out. Let's throw it away. Just take my hand and understand. If you could see, I never planned to be a man. It just wasn't me. But now I'm searching for commitment in other arms. I wanna shelter you from harm. Don't be alarmed. Your attitude was.
All right, boys, just got back from the gym, and what do we get? Good old Denver steak. What you know about it? Not a crazy big steak, but a really good cut. So gonna go chef this bad boy up real quick, and I'll let you guys know the final results. Check them boys out. Got some nice olive oil. Toss that on the pan.
The cause you got me stressing. Soon as I open up the door with your jealous questions, like where can I be? You're killing me with your jealousy. Now my ambitions to be free, I can't breathe. Cause soon as I leave, it's like a trap. I hear you calling me to come back.
What
I'm a
you
sucker
want
for
to
love. That's right, true.
You
Sucker
try
for love.
everything, but you don't get what you
Sucker
won't
for
do.
love.
You tried everything, but you don't get
Just when I thought I broke away and I'm feeling happy, you try to trap me, say you're pregnant, and guess who's the daddy? Don't wanna fall for it, but in this case, what could I do? So now I'm back to making promises to you, trying to keep.
Someone has to nerf me. Today's just been such a good day. Today's been too good of a day. We got gym, we got steak, we got whatever I'm doing later. I mean, come on, man. All right, boys, so after we cooked up the steak, we went to Target and got a Ninja Creamy. So we're gonna be creating some dough recipes. We got a mango sorbet we're gonna cook up, and then we got tons of mix-ins, like a Twix cookie bar, whatever it is, but we're gonna chef up some gas. So let's unbox this and make a Ninja Creamy.
The truth, what if I'm wrong? A trick to keep me holding on, trying to be strong in the process, keep it going. About to lose my composure, I'm getting close to packing up and leaving notes. And
All right, boys, let's get it and recap every single trade we took this week. Let's go. All right, so first and foremost, going into Sunday's open, we were right next to the big all-time highs, right? So we gap up, and yes, I guess we could have went back down to this New Week opening gap, but realistically, if you're this close to the all-time high, we're just going to take it. So again, like, I understand these are not full-size moves, and as much as I would love to be taking full-size trades, I'm going to take these smaller moves to the obvious draws. So quite frankly, I just took a 1-to-1 once we tagged this 1 minute like this to all-time highs. It was like bang, nothing too crazy, just a 1-to-1 saying, okay, we could go a little bit deeper in this gap regardless, but realistically, we should go right back to all-time highs, and that is exactly what we did. But this is what happened. So boom, I got filled, like my take profit was like right here for the 150. I got filled on NQ. And ES did not fill me. So what should I do? I saw this candle right here and said, damn, all right, got break even. Surely, we just took all-time highs, rejected. We're going to go back down to this new week opening gap. Boy, was I retarded. We obviously just continuously went up, and it was all-time highs. So we just went up, 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 up. So I got stopped out there on my Lucid account, but got the winning day on my Top Step accounts. And also, let me pull up my calendar for my accounts real quick so I can show you guys kind of what this month looked like, because I know some of you guys would like to see. I got a comment like a while back about like the calendar, so let me pull that up really quick and kind of show you guys what this strategy of sizing heavy and then winning days looks like. But regardless, this was Sunday's trade, and the next day was a bank holiday, so next day will be Tuesday. So let's pull up calendar and then we'll go to Tuesday. So this is what she's looking like. Obviously nothing too insane. I got these accounts kind of later in the month, but truly, like, I will always be an advocate for saying the less friction for failure you can have within trading, especially trading prop firms, the better you will do, right? At the end of the day, if you give yourself so much room for error by taking so many trades, you're going to fuck up one time. So that is one thing I live by. The less friction for failure you can have, and by less friction for failure, I mean literally just eliminating all the outside factors that could contribute to you blowing your accounts, being a kind of a winning streak, and then you get so caught up because you're not making enough. Boom, that sends you into a spiral. Just like I'll always say, the more trades you take, the higher probability that you will have to make a mistake, and less friction, better results, right? And that is exactly what I do. Boom. Fucking 4.1K per account, bang, that covered up. I literally got the accounts Friday as well. Boom, 4.1K, that's put me at the max payout balance, because with tops at 50Ks, it is 2K per account, so that puts me in there. And then so I just need my 5 winning days. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, now I need one more going into next week, and then 2 more on my Lucid accounts. But this is frankly what it looks like, and like I said, I just do pretty much one trade lockout, just $150 lockout. So yeah, that is where we're at. This is what it looks like. Nothing too crazy, nothing too sexy, but it's what fucking gets me paid. It's what works, and it eliminates all the other things that would kind of just make my months longer and longer, and just take weeks and weeks for a payout. And in reality, you can get that shit pretty quickly. You just have to size into an A+ trade. So with that being said, let's get back to Tuesday and go over what I took. Okay, so Tuesday was quite a retarded loss. I'll be brutally honest. It was a really bad trade. It was a really bad trade. So let me show you. Going into the day, right, we're looking like this. We have equal lows at the new week opening gap, and I'm telling myself, okay, right, let me just give myself a quick 2K scenario kind of trade idea. Firstly, we have this huge bearish hourly, right? If we're going to go down and smack these equal lows, I'm going to expect this bearish hourly to hold, right? We are currently in bearish structure since all-time highs. We're continuously putting in lower highs, equal lows. I thought in my mind we are going to deliver out of this bearish hourly, right? And then so it's just as simple as waiting for a displacement like kind of through this area right here. And then I thought I would enter and just be safe to catch a 1-to-1 to this low here. And obviously that shit did not happen. We ended up going higher and stopping me out, and then we hit the equal lows a little bit later in the day. But this is what it looked like. Bang, just entered off pretty much this candle here, and realistically I definitely could have waited for more confirmation. I kind of pre-fired it a little bit, but I should have waited for this, like a more kind of engulfing candle closure like that. But it is what it is. That's the loss I took on Tuesday. A bit forced. I kind of just thought, okay, equal lows in bearish structure, bearish hourly, rejecting it, but realistically I just needed to wait for a stronger kind of closing candle there to give me the utmost confirmation that we would actually go there, which clearly we didn't. It was just another low that we put into the markets, and we just continued going higher and then went lower a bit later. So that was a loss I took on Tuesday. Again, like I said, forced. I just need to be more patient with these winning days. But after this, we ended up just going on a straight like bender, pretty much one Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I believe. I guess Thursday, Friday, but regardless, let's get to it. Bang, and then Thursday and Friday, both very similar trades, both shorting to unmitigated gaps. Bang, out of this bearish hourly to this unmitigated hourly, and we ended up going lower. I wish I could have held this trade. And then Friday, shorting to this unmitigated 4 hour. So let's get into that on TradingView and what they look like. So going into Thursday, in the previous PM session, we had a huge rejection of all-time highs, right? So boom, what are we looking like? We have a huge imbalance left behind. I'm expecting this. I low-key thought this was going to deliver us to this new week opening gap fill, but we obviously did not. But what was in reason was, in my opinion, previous day low, right? Previous day low was resting right here, and that was my overall target for the day. But obviously, as you guys know, I can't hold trades or just have a bigger stop loss with risking $150. So I was like, all right, my overall draw is lower. What is in reason for me to catch? And I literally just took it to this unmitigated hourly right here. But regardless, if I needed a full size trade, I would have held this all the way down to previous day low, and unfortunately it got break even regardless. But let's look at this, right? So we go up off market open, and we end up tagging this bearish hourly and exactly EQ of the range, right? We smack EQ of previous days high, previous day's low, and reject this bearish hourly. Now, my kind of confluences are, okay, one, I need to see a strong candle closure through this area, kind of giving me confirmation that we're actually going to reject it. And then secondly, confirmation that we are not going to go up and resweep this high and sweep me out of the position. So what does that look like, right? A relatively, like I've gone over this a multitude of times before, but I look for a clear rejection of a kind of PD array that I'm expecting price to deliver from. Wick rejection, aggressive move back down to my overall draw liquidity on the day. And then so it's followed up by one of two things. Firstly, the easier one to execute on, I would argue, is just a huge displacement candle, just invalidating the entire sequence. Or if you want to go for a little bit more higher RR, a play you can take is after we get the big displacement leg, and instead of entering kind of all the way down, instead of entering kind of all the way down here, you enter and are able to get a little bit more higher RR when entering up here, which is pretty much what I've been doing to catch these bigger moves in the market when I need to size in. And that looks like strong candle closure and then price going back up towards that high that we put in, and then failing to go up and resweep it and then going lower from that point. So that is exactly what I took here. Solely it was just to the hourly, but my, again, draw was previous day low here. So what do you see? Boom, strong candle closure to the downside. And then this is actually what I took it on. You see this 5-minute candle closure, bang. Now what does that look like? If we get a relatively aggressive move back to the upside here and then fail to go up and resweep this high, then so I'm expecting this to overall deliver price lower to the hourly, right? So my main kind of idea right here is just not getting swept out of this move and predicting that this is going to be the high that we put in. My confirmation is price going back up to it and then failing to go up and resweep it. So what does that look like? Bang. Again, yeah, ideally, I understand. I would have liked it to have been a bit of a deeper kind of push back here and then give a more obvious failure. But regardless, right, if we go up in this 5-minute and reject it, I'm expecting this 5 to hold and overall price deliver lower. So I just took pretty much a 1-to-1 here to this unmitigated hourly. Took a minute to deliver, but still ended up delivering and getting the job done for my winning day. So, well, I'm in the same frame here. I'm just gonna go to Friday. So, boom, Friday. What are you seeing, right? If we're looking at the 4 hour right here, you see a huge imbalance and pretty much same exact ideology as why I've taken previous trades. We have all-time high as a very strong draw higher, and then we have a pretty much huge 4 hour gap that is going to be the clear deliverable that is going to push price to the overall draw, right? So with that in mind, it was really just if this, then that case scenario. If we end up going lower, tagging this 4 hour gap first, then I'll obviously long to all-time highs. But if we end up going higher, sweeping out previous day high and then rejecting that, I am willing to take shorts to this unmitigated 4 hour because that is the obvious draw, right? Where if we reject previous day high like this and toss a wick, I'm expecting that wick to hold, and we're most likely going to go down, tag this 4 hour, and then deliver to all-time highs from that point, right? So it was kind of if this, then that, and obviously we ended up going up, rejecting previous day high, and then so I just pretty much waited until Asia opened, and I just took it based off. It was actually, frankly, just we ended up flipping here, and the same exact ideology as previously. We go up, we fail to go back up and take this high, and then so I am just taking the invalidation of that failure swing, and obviously paired with a strong draw liquidity being this unmitigated 4 hour, bang, I just took shorts here, and we had Asia open as well that gave me conviction that we just flushed down to the low, and then bang, literally one candle, bang. So again, a bit of a scalpy trade, but for these winning days, I'm not going for massive trades with the market. I just need to catch literally a relatively smaller move. So hopefully I didn't yap on for too long there. But with that being said, currently we are sitting at 3 winning days in my Lucid and 4 winning days in my Top Step. So I need 1 more on my Top Step and then 2 more on my Lucid. So earliest we can request a 20K will be Tuesday of next week. And yeah, so hopefully we just clutch up early next week. But overall, solid week. Bank holiday threw me off a little bit. I really did want to request this week, but regardless, it is what it is. If anything you took out of this video, please just try, like literally the way I trade is just make sure there is as less friction as possible for you to fuck up trading props, because they literally make it so you want like literally everything to fuck up, right? So so how do I limit myself? 1, when it goes through winning days, I set a daily loss limit at $150. That is fully limiting any other factor that allows me to not get that payout. And then secondly, when I need to build the balance up, what is the lowest friction way to do so? Wait for an A+ trade and genuinely get that shit in 1 to 2 trades. I'm telling you guys, sizing heavy prop firms are an ROI game, and you need to take advantage of it. So with that being said, let's lock in. Next week, hopefully we can run it up, get those payouts. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoy this. Again, if you guys would like to learn from me, the free Discord is the first link in the description. If you guys want accounts with Alpha Futures, code Jack will give you the biggest possible discount. And of course, if you like this series and you want to see what car I get in a month time, whatever it may be, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.